Hi everyone, we have another exciting update. The most exciting feature in this update is that we've added asynchronous collaborative editing. So what I mean by that is if you go to your games, in your drafts list, you'll see this new icon, this little smiley face with the plus, that if you tap on it, it'll generate a unique code for any game in your drafts list. Now with this code, you can actually share that code with anyone. Just simply tap on the copy button and then share it with anyone. And once they receive it, they can swipe to the end of the list of templates right here and simply paste that in. Now, this is a really great way to collaborate asynchronously with someone else to build a game or to share a game that you're having trouble with to get help with it. So in this case, obviously, I've just used my own game, but it'll work the same, right? So I can load in the game and now I'll see that game is loaded in, and any changes that, say this was a code that someone shared with me, now I can make changes to their game or make additions to their game. One thing obviously just to keep in mind is this is asynchronous. So what you want to make sure is that only one person is editing the game at one time, because if two people are editing the game, then whoever exits the game last, only their changes will get saved. So that's super cool. Now we've also added a bunch of things to the rule system to make creating some of the rules easier. So first thing, if I go in and add a custom code, we've added this new block which is called the active camera block. And the active camera is just a very easy way now to access the current camera and be able to make any sort of change on it. So instead of first having to get the camera and then access it, now you can simply do it by saying active camera um, and then manipulate it as you want. The other useful block that we've added in is also this world block, and that now refers to the current world, and you can now start making changes to the world via the rule system. So the two things that we have exposed right now is the horizon. So I can go in and actually set the height of the horizon, and the other thing that I can also manipulate is the light. So I can set the direction, the brightness, or even the color of the light via the rule system itself. And we've also added in one more advanced feature, but it's still a useful feature. So you'll see this at the bottom of the parameter list. We have a new type of parameter, which is an instance parameter. And this type of parameter will not show up in the pop-up to edit, but it is a very useful parameter in certain cases, right? So for example, if previously, if I had to do something like game spawn, um, spawn, spawn an object, and if I was spawning this object, then I could only use this object in this current frame, right? Because in the next frame, it would get overwritten again. But now what I can do with this new instance parameter is I can actually store that instance in this parameter. And now I have essentially stored it and I can use it in the future, or create some rules or actions that affect that instance, just not in this frame, but in future frames as well. So that's another useful to slightly advanced feature that might come in handy. So just as a quick final demonstration, let's just see what happens if we are manipulating one of the properties on the world, right? So I'm just going to say that, okay, game, maybe repeat every 1 second. Here we go, and I'm going to adjust the height of the horizon. So let's say this world, I'm going to go to horizon, and I'm just going to say get height. And the next line, I'm going to say this world. Where's it gone? Yeah, this world horizon set height result of line 1 plus 1. So every 1 second, it's going to increase the height of the horizon by 1. Now when I go hit play, you'll see the horizon is increasing in height every 1 second. So I'm super excited to see how you use these new features and how you use collaborative filtering, or actually not collaborative filtering, collaborative editing in particular, to work with others and to get help on your games. And just remember that if you ever want to unshare your game, all you need to do is tap on this and it will no longer be accessible by anyone you've shared that code with.